The year is 1565. Dawn broke over Malta like a bloodshot eye, the sky already thick with the stench of sulphur and fear. A vast armada, bristling with cannons and crammed with the Ottoman might, lay siege to the island. The stillness of the morning was shattered by a deafening roar. From the heights of Mount Sciberras, Ottoman cannons unleashed a thunderstorm of fire, their stone shot pulverizing the honey-colored bastions of Malta's ancient defenses. The Knights of St. John, a warrior brotherhood sworn to defend Christendom, met the onslaught with grim determination. Their Grand Master, the indomitable Jean Parisot de Valette, a figure hewn from iron and faith, rallied his knights. They were outnumbered, outgunned, but not outmatched in courage. The fate of Malta, a tiny jewel in the vast Mediterranean, hung precariously in the balance. The Siege of Malta was not just about a small island, it was a clash of empires, a pivotal moment in the centuries-long struggle between Christianity and Islam. Suleiman the Magnificent, the Ottoman Sultan, sought to crush the knights, extinguish a persistent irritant in his domain, and open a path to the heart of Europe. For the knights, defeat was unthinkable. Their island fortress was all that stood between the Ottoman scimitar and the soft underbelly of Christendom. Malta, strategically placed at the crossroads of east and west, held immense strategic value. Its deep harbours could shelter a powerful fleet, its fortifications could withstand a prolonged siege. Control of Malta meant control of the vital sea lanes that carried the riches of the east to Europe. The stage was set for a confrontation of epic proportions. The Knights of St. John were no strangers to war. Forged in the fires of the Crusades, hardened by centuries of battling Saracens and Barbary corsairs, they were the West's most formidable fighting force. Bound by vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience, they were warriors, monks, and gentlemen all at once. Their courage was legendary, their discipline ironclad. Under Valette's leadership, the knights had transformed Malta into a fortress. They strengthened the island's ancient defenses, built new bastions, and stockpiled weapons and supplies. They knew the Ottomans were coming, and they prepared to meet the challenge head-on. The full fury of the Ottoman siege first fell upon the isolated Fort St. Elmo, guarding the entrance to Malta's Grand Harbour. The fort was a small, exposed outpost, manned by a handful of knights and Maltese soldiers, yet they held out for an agonizing month, their valor defying the overwhelming odds. Day and night, Ottoman cannons pounded the fort, reducing its walls to rubble. Wave after wave of Turkish and Barbary corsairs surged forward in desperate assaults, only to be hurled back by the defenders' ferocious resistance. The knights fought with unparalleled bravery, knowing their sacrifice would buy precious time for the main island's defenses. Section 5. A Pyrrhic Victory. St. Elmo eventually fell, but its capture cost the Ottomans dearly. Thousands of their finest troops lay dead beneath its shattered walls, their advance stalled by the defenders' sacrifice. The knights had bought precious time for their comrades on the main island. Valette, surveying the carnage from the walls of Birgu, his heart heavy with grief but resolute, uttered the words that would echo through history. "What they have taken with so much effort, we shall defend with even greater vigor." Section 6. Europe breathes again. The siege raged on for another grueling 3 months. The Ottomans, their ranks depleted, their morale sapped by the defenders' stubborn resistance, launched assault after assault. But the knights, aided by the Maltese militia and bolstered by a small relief force from Sicily, held firm. Finally, as summer turned to autumn, the tide turned. The Ottomans, weakened by disease and despair, abandoned the siege and retreated in disarray. Malta had survived. The news of the Christian victory spread like wildfire across Europe. Church bells pealed in celebration. Bonfires blazed in the night. The Ottoman tide had been stemmed, the myth of their invincibility shattered. The Knights of St. John, once on the brink of annihilation, were hailed as heroes. Section 7. Echoes of Valor. The legacy of the Great Siege of Malta resonates even today. The island, once a backwater, became a bastion of Christendom, a symbol of courage and resistance against overwhelming odds. The Knights of St. John, their legend cemented in blood and fire, went on to play a pivotal role in European history for centuries to come. The siege also left an indelible mark on Malta itself. The island's fortifications were strengthened, its defences expanded. The city of Valletta, named after the island's saviour, rose from the ashes of war, a testament to the knight's enduring legacy. Section 8. A question of faith and steel. How did a handful of knights, outnumbered and outgunned, manage to withstand the full might of the Ottoman Empire? Was it their unwavering faith, their military prowess, or a combination of both? The answer perhaps lies in the indomitable spirit of the defenders, their unwavering belief in their cause, and the strategic brilliance of their leaders. Whatever the reasons, the Great Siege of Malta stands as a testament to the power of courage, determination, and the enduring spirit of humanity in the face of adversity.